Welcome back to Go With Us, and this is everything you really need to know this week in Pokemon Go, running from the 6th of July all the way until the 13th. This is the biggest week of the year. Let's get straight into our calendar now, and as you can see this week, there are no Max Mondays, raid hours, or anything else because the main focus is going to be the Road of Legends event leading into GoFest Global. Before we get into this Road of Legends event, I just want to quickly touch on those Adventure Sync rewards. Remember, every Monday morning at 9 a.m., you will get awarded a 5-kilometer egg if you walk 25 kilometers, and you will get awarded a 10-kilometer egg as well if you walked 50 kilometers. To receive both of these eggs, you need to have walked 50 Ks the week before. These Pokemon are going to be hatching from those 5-kilometer Adventure Sync eggs. We can see Budew, Chingling, Sableye, Tyrogue, and Happiny. In the 10-kilometer Adventure Sync eggs, we can see Druddigon, Toxel, Bagon, Drampaw, and Gibble. Also, let's just run through that research box very quickly. If you do complete your 7th day stamp, which of course requires you to complete field research tasks throughout the week, you will get a research breakthrough box with a reward Pokemon and some premium items. Those Pokemon are going to be Dragonite, that Hundo CP is going to be 1625, Axew's in there at 586, Honedge is in there at 595, Jangmo-O is in there at 415, Indeedee Male and Indeedee Female are there respectively. Those Hundo CPs are 10027 and 10047, and the last one there is going to be Cloth. Cloth is the only one that cannot be shiny, but I think later in the season it will be released. Before we get into this Road of Legends event, please remember that on Monday we're still going to be in the middle of that birthday celebration event. I'm going to leave that above me here too as well, because that whole separate video really explains how you can maximize this. But remember guys, it's going to be 4 times catch XP as well as 4 times catch Stardust all the way until 8 p.m. on that Monday, which means all those raid bosses, if you're popping lucky eggs, there's huge potential that XP gains there as well as Stardust. Don't overlook that. You need to be popping your star pieces and lucky eggs the whole Monday in between while you are raiding. Remember as well, you can pop a coin bag to get that shiny Gimmighoul, potentially with a special background and the 10th anniversary coin. And please remember as well, on Monday will be your last day to evolve Ivysaur into Venusaur to get Frenzy Plant, Charmeleon into Charizard to get Blast Burn, and Wartortle into Blastoise to get Hydro Cannon. All of these moves make Mega Venusaur, Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise brilliant raid attackers. You need to remember to do this, especially if you have the shadow forms as well. Let's get back to the calendar again, and this is where the meat starts. As we know, the Road of Legends event will be starting at midnight on Monday morning, running all the way until Friday at midnight all local time. These are going to be the following bonuses running for the 5 days. There's going to be no remote raid limit from Monday all the way through until Sunday at the end of the event. Trainers level 31 and up are going to receive a guaranteed XL candy when trading Pokemon. We can receive special stickers from spinning Pokestops and opening gifts. Premier Balls will be more effective when catching legendary Pokemon this week, which is probably the biggest bonus. And the other one here is that Party Power is going to charge double as fast. So you're not just going to be doing double the damage for every single attack, you're going to be doing it twice as fast as well. But just for the 5 days from Monday until Friday, every single trainer will get up to 2 free raid passes every single day from spinning gems or discs. This will not be taking place on GoFest Global. The Road of Legends is going to have its own Go Pass. That is going to go live. And remember, there is a deluxe version, but let's run through the free track very quickly. If you do just progress through the free track, you can get an encounter with Pikachu wearing the team hat. We can get candy for all the legendary Pokemon that are going to be in raids this week. We're going to get a GoFest avatar item. We're going to get link charges, incubators, incense, and finally, the main reward of that free track is going to be a free lucky trinket at level 100. What a lucky trinket does is that you can pick a friend to go lucky friends with. What this does is that the very next trade you make with that friend is going to go lucky. The reason why lucky trades are so powerful is because every single time a Pokemon goes lucky, it has a 1 in 64 chance, drastically increasing its odds at becoming a hundo. However, I would strongly recommend purchasing the deluxe. The reason why, the bonuses and some of the rewards here are incredible. We can get another team leader pose. You are going to get awarded a Mewtwo encounter with a special background at rank 100. We're going to get more Candy XL, 2 times Hatch Stardust, 2 times Hatch Candy, an additional 5,000 XP when we complete these 5-star raids, an additional 3 candy for completing 5-star raids or higher, an additional 1 Candy XL when completing 5-star raids or higher, as well as half egg hatch distance. Those bonuses are incredible, but it doesn't end there. The main reward of this Go Pass Deluxe is going to be your gold bottle cap. The gold bottle cap debuted last year in 2025 GoFest. What a gold bottle cap does is that you can place it on any Pokemon in your bag to potentially train it to make it a perfect Pokemon. Again, the Pokemon you should be picking is generally a shiny legendary Pokemon with a special background that's one of your favorites. We also have featured eggs going down this week. Hatching from 2-kilometer eggs, we can see Weedle, Pidgey, Abra, Ghastly, Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Mareep, Larvitar, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Ralts, Bagon, Beldum, Gible, Riolu, Snover, Audino, and Larvesta. The reason why this 2-kilometer egg pool is so impressive is that every single one of these Pokemon, bar one, which is going to be Larvesta, has a Mega Evolution. That's why they've put these in here. In 5-kilometer eggs, we can see Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle all wearing the Pikachu visor hat. We can see Heracross, Mime Jr., and Larvesta again. And then 10-kilometer eggs, we can see Tropius and Bouffalante, which are regionals. And then we can see Axew, Larvesta again, Gumi, Jangmo-O, Toxel, and Frigibax. Before I get into these raid bosses and look at our calendar again, please remember that there are 2 other features going down that are very important to mention. Every time you raid an Origin Dialga, an Origin Palkia, or a White and Black Kyurem, you can potentially get their special moves on these Pokemon. Glaciate on Kyurem, Spatial Rend on Origin Palkia, and Roar of Time on Origin Dialga. They're all going to have chances to have their special moves, but for the very first time in Pokemon Go, we can use an Elite TM to place Spatial Rend on Origin Palkia or Roar of Time on Origin Dialga. This has never happened in Pokemon Go, and we can do this for the entire week, and it's very worth doing that, and I'm going to show you why in a little bit. Alright, let's get back to the calendar. Before this gets very confusing and overwhelming, don't overthink the Road of Legends event. I've already done a full separate breakdown of this specific event, what your priorities are, strategies, your targets, everything you should really be spending your money on. I'm going to leave it as a card above me, and I will leave it as the end screen as well. Trust me, that is going to simplify everything for you. But let's get into this now. On Monday, we're going to have every single legendary spawning, every Ultra Beast spawning, including every single raidable mythical. We have the Kanto birds, we have Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. In Johto, we can see Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh. In the Hoenn region, we have Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Latias, Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. We also have Deoxys in its normal form, attack, defense, speed. Then, in the Sinnoh region, we have the Lake Trio spawning, but bear in mind those are going to be regional. Uxie is going to be spawning in Asia Pacific only, Mesprit is going to be in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India only, Azelf is going to be spawning in the Americas and Greenland. Also in Sinnoh, we can see Dialga, Origin Form Dialga, Palkia, Origin Form Palkia, Heatran, Regigigas, Giratina Altered, Giratina Origin, Cresselia, and Darkrai. We can see the Unova legendaries. We can see Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Tornadus Incarnate, Antherian, Thundurus Incarnate, Antherian, Reshiram, Zekrom, Landorus Incarnate, Antherian, Kyurem, Genesect, in its base form, Burn, Chill, Douse, and Shock Drives. In the Kalos region, we can see Xerneas and Yveltal. In Alola, we can see all the Tapus. We can see Solgaleo, Lunala, and then we can see the Ultra Beasts, but some of these are regionals. The ones that are not region locked are going to be Nihilego, Guzzlord, and Necrozma. But as for Buzzwole, that's going to be spawning in Americas and Greenland only. Pheromosa is going to be in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India only. Xurkitree is going to be in Asia Pacific only. Celesteela is going to be in the southern hemisphere. Kartana is going to be in the northern hemisphere. Stack Attack is going to be in the eastern hemisphere, and Blacephalon is going to be in the western hemisphere. Let's get back to our calendar again. As you can see, every single day there's going to be a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. local time featuring all the featured Pokemon, and then from 7 to 8 p.m. local time from Monday to Friday, there will be a Mega Raid Hour. On Monday, the Mega Raid Hour is going to be featuring Mega Salamence. Mega Salamence still is one of the best Dragon-type attackers in the game with Outrage, and recently, because it got access to Fly, it is one of the best Flying-type attackers in the game, currently sitting in the 5th spot. Back to our calendar again, let's have a look at Tuesday the 7th. In 5-star raids, only Zekrom, White Kyurem, and Dawnwing's Necrozma is going to be spawning. There will then be a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. local time featuring those Pokemon, and then from 7 to 8, Mega Tyranitar will be in Mega Raids. Let's move on to Wednesday the 8th. In 5-star raids, we can see Reshiram, Black Kyurem, Duskmane Necrozma, and then in Mega Raids from 7 to 8, we can see Mega Gardevoir. On Thursday the 9th, the crowned forms of Zacian and Zamazenta will be spawning the whole day. There will then be a raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m., and then from 7 to 8, that Mega Raid Hour is going to be featuring Mega Gengar. And it doesn't end there, the week is ending off strong because on Friday the 10th, Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia will be spawning the whole day. From 6 to 7 p.m, they will have their own raid hour, and then from 7 to 8, the primal forms of Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre will have their own Mega Raid Hour. That is very important to mention. I've broke this down in a separate video, but what I've also done is done a completely new video discussing your top 10 targets that you should be going after during this Road of Legends event. I'm going to leave that that as my end screen as well. Trust me, watch those videos. It's going to make your life a lot easier and it's going to help you save your money. The other thing we need to mention now is that during this week, every single one of these 5-star raids will have a potential special background. The one on screen right now was leaked some time ago, and I have a feeling this is going to be the special background. Don't shoot the messenger, I may be wrong, but I think it looks pretty cool. Speaking of that, and as we move on to the weekend, which is going to be the biggest event of the year, GoFest Global will be taking place on the 11th and 12th on Saturday and Sunday. That is going to be featuring Mega Mewtwo X and raids on Saturday, with Mega Mewtwo Y spawning on Sunday. Mega Mewtwo X coming from these Mega raids is going to know the fast move counter, and Mega Mewtwo Y raids is going to have the move Psy Strike on it when caught. Also, because of the new Mega Evolution system, all of the Mewtwo caught from these Mega raids will at least be at Mega Level 1, which is very important, but if you're very lucky, it could be at Mega Level 2 or at Mega Level 3, so you don't have to spend a lot of Mega energy to get it to Super Max level. From 10 AM to 7 PM local time, GoFest Global will then be live. These are going to be the bonuses on these 2 days only. Lure modules activated during the event will last for an hour. Incense, excluding daily incense, will attract special Pokemon, which is interesting. That could potentially be legendaries or boosted shiny spawns. Party play will be active for 9 hours. We can get an increased chance of encountering shiny Pokemon. Generally, it's 1 in 512. During this event, it might be 1 in 128. We can get a special research, including an encounter with Zeraora. Speaking of research, we're also going to get a branching timed research with a choice between Mega Mewtwo X and the Mega Mewtwo Y path. Global challenges will be available and unlock bonuses during the event, but also other bonuses that are going to be happening for events after GoFest, like the Ultra Unlock events. And depending on the different habitat you're in, which we're going to discuss now, different Pokemon will be made available in field research. On both event days, we can also get up to 9 free raid passes per day from spinning gym discs, which is a total of 18. We can get up to 6 special trades per day, which is incredible. Trades are going to cost 50% less Stardust, and we can also open up to 50 gifts per day. If you're wondering about the special background for Mega Mewtwo X and Y, there will be a special background which you can see on screen right now, and only once it Mega evolves will you be able to see the interactive background come alive. Now, when it comes to these habitats, they're going to be running in 3-hour rotations with 3 types spawning at a time. This is going to be affecting the wild spawns, including what Pokemon are spawning in raids. On Saturday, from 10 to 1 PM, we can see the Storm Fire Peaks, which is going to be electric, ice, and fire type Pokemon. The raids during that time is going to be Mega Ampharos, Mega Blaziken, and Mega Abomasnow. 5-star raids are going to be the Kanto Birds, Raikou, Entei Suicune, Lugia, and Ho-Oh. The Astral Tides will be the next habitat from 1 to 4 PM. That's going to be featuring Psychic, Ghost, and Water types. The Megas there are going to be Mega Alakazam, Mega Gengar, and Mega Swampert. And the 5-star raids, we can see Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. We can see Dialga, Palkia, Giratina Altered, Giratina Origin, Xerneas, Yveltal, Solgaleo, and Lunala. The last habitat on Saturday is going to be the Dragonflight Summit, which is going to be featuring Flying, Rock, and Dragon types. That's going to be Mega Pidgeot, Mega Aerodactyl, and Mega Salamence. And 5-star raids, we can see Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. When it comes to Sunday, the first habitat of the day is going to be the Earthforged Domain, which is going to be featuring Ground, Steel, and Normal types. That's going to be featuring Mega Metagross, Mega Garchomp, and Mega Audino. And 5-star raids, we can see Regirock, Regi-Ice, Registeel, Origin Form Dialga, and Palkia, Heatran, Regigigas, Tornadus Incarnate, Antherian, Thundurus Incarnate, Antherian, Landorus Incarnate, Antherian, Enamorus Incarnate, Antherian, Regieleki, and Regidrago. The next habitat is going to be the Verdant Anomaly with Poison, Bug, and Grass types. The Mega raids there are going to be Mega Beedrill, Mega Pinsir, and Mega Sceptile. The 5-star raids are going to be Deoxys in its normal form, attack, defense, and speed form, Genesect in its base, Douse, Shock, Burn, and Chill Drive. We can see all of the Ultra Beasts: Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, Necrozma, Stakataka, Blacephalon. We can see Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, and Tapu Fini. And then the last habitat on Sunday from 4 to 7 PM is going to be featuring the Twilight Battlefield with Dark, Fairy, and Fighting types. The Mega raids are going to be Mega Tyranitar, Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Lucario. Your 5-star raids are going to be Latias, Latios, Cresselia, Darkrai, Cobalion, Terrakion, Verisian, Zacian, and Zamazenta in its Hero of Many Battles form. As we said, we do have new costume Pokemon being featured. That's going to be Pikachu wearing the Team Instinct, Mystic, and Valor hat, as well as Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle wearing the Pikachu Visor hat. Those can all be shiny as well. Some of those special instance encounters are going to be featuring Bouffalante and Tropius, which are regional Pokemon that you wouldn't normally get, as well as every single letter of Unknown. Those are the raids out of the way, but if I just focus on Mega Mewtwo X and Y again, there have been rumors, and it looks like it has been leaked, that Mega Mewtwo X and Y will have their own adventure effects. Mega Mewtwo X, it looks like it's going to be called Dynamic Punch, and what this is going to allow you to do is pretty much break 2 shields in Super Mega Raid battles, which is going to be incredibly important. And on Mega Mewtwo Y, its adventure effect is going to be Future Sight Plus. What that is going to do is that on your map, it's going to reveal all the Pokemon with high IV stat, which I think is a very cool addition. But again, that hasn't been officially released, so we're not sure what it's going to cost from a Stardust and Candy point of view. As you can see, there is so much information. It's very overwhelming, and it can be a little bit confusing to see what should I really go after. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm not going to list any more tips like I normally do. Remember, there is no daily discoveries bonuses, there's no max Mondays, there's no raid hours except what is happening in the Road of Legends event. So what I'm going to do is just point you towards those videos because it's more specific and it's going to help you with tips to really maximize those specific events. I'm going to leave the new Road of Legends event above me to my top left, and then from there, like I said earlier, I'm going to show you the top 10 targets you should be going after in Road of Legends. I'm going to leave above me to my top right. The reason why you want to be doing it and viewing it this way is that you may be wanting to target something like Rayquaza because that's only going to be spawning on Monday, but unfortunately, you're hardly going to see it. I would strongly recommend only using Monday for something maybe you want to hunt a shiny for or fill your decks with. It's really from Tuesday onwards where you really want to be spending your money. But again, I'm going to explain this in those videos. I'm going to leave it here, otherwise my editor is going to kill me. Guys, please smash that like and subscribe button, but hit that hype button as well, because this is everything going on really that's important in this week. But again, those tips will be coming in those videos, which you can see above me right here. Love you guys. Go with us. We'll catch you in the next one, baby. Huge week ahead. Shh.